Hey, what's going on, gold members? I want to give you guys a little update here on the NASDAQ futures as we kind of go into the overnight session into tomorrow. So today is Thursday. It's the 14th of December. We're rolling right along here, getting ready to kind of cap off what I thought was a pretty fantastic trading year. So I hope a lot of you guys who have been in here, have learned some things. You've identified some mistakes. You've gotten better with your trading. You've calmed down a little bit more. And to all of the newer people, my best advice is hang in there, take it day at a time, and just try to, do the best that you can do. At the end of the day, that's all we can do. There's no rush. But what we're going to look at here is the NASDAQ 100. I want to give a little bit of an outlook as to maybe what potentially could happen tomorrow. So I'm looking at the daily time frame. I'm noticing today's candlestick was a little bit of an indecision, okay? We pushed higher today, we came back down, we pushed lower today, we finished right in the middle. Now, typically speaking, this is what I call a reversal candlestick. It can be a reversal candlestick or it can be a pause, okay? So the difference between a reversal and a pause, obviously a pause just means we're going to go sideways for 1-2 days and then put in a new high. A reversal means that, buyers are getting a little bit tired. We're going to start back testing some lower supports. Now, not every time you get one of these pause candles means that you're going lower. The last time we got a little bit of a pause candle was here back on November the 27th, followed by 2 days where we kind of pushed higher. And then on the third day, fourth day, fifth day, we started to push lower before coming into support and then making these new highs. Typically speaking, it doesn't have to come lower. But what I want to kind of emphasize is that the market can't go higher if it doesn't take out a previous day's high. So our range is going to be pretty clear for tomorrow. We have a range of 16,885, meaning we need to get over that in order for the market to continue to push. So the closer we get into 885, if you happen to be in a long trade and you see us approaching this area, start taking profits, okay? Now our range to the downside is also very, very clear. If you notice, if we do lose today's lows, that would also be losing the 5-day moving average. That price is sitting fairly closely to around 16,620. So between 620 and 890, it's a bit of a range. It's a nice workable space to trade. There's definitely going to be trade opportunities. It's just right now, it's very hard to tell if those trade opportunities are going to be to the long side or to the short side. So what I want to leave you with is be open-minded. The bulls definitely still are going to continue to have the benefit of the doubt just due to the fact we're still over the 5, the 10, the 20, the 50-day moving averages. It's definitely bullish price action. So the bulls get a little bit more of the benefit of the doubt, but that does not mean that bears can't step in for one day and take control, and we can find some nice setups to the short side. So be open to taking short trades or long trades, okay? It's different if it was this day here on the 12th. Notice how on the 12th, we confirmed the previous day's high with a lot of open airspace. I want to be long-sided bias here. Notice here, over the Bollinger Band, over the 5-day moving average, we finished over a previous day high. I want to be bullish, right, on the 13th. Bullish, right? Notice today's candlestick, though. We couldn't close over the highs. We couldn't close below the lows. A little bit of an inside bar day. Essentially, gave back a lot of price action off FOMC and kind of finished back in the range. So I'm open to going both sides tomorrow. If we do start to lose a price of 620, which is around 150 points lower, I would definitely look for the short position. If we do start to break out over 885, I would look for the long position on the macro side of things. But everything else in between is going to be open game. So that's going to depend on what are our hourly charts doing. Notice the hourly chart, that low that I have marked here, is right below this linear regression. So again, if we start to lose at 16,630, we've got room down to punch into 570s. I want to be a part of that. To the long side, I would like to get back over the 20-day moving average. We can essentially play between 792 to 890 to the long side. So over the 20-day moving average on a 1 hour time frame, I want to be more bullish. Below the 50-day moving average and the 50 EMA, I want to be more bearish. I want to take profits into 663 or 16653, and anything below 653, I'm definitely more sell-sided bias. So let's be open to both sides. As you can see here on the hourly chart, I've got these levels from the daily chart. Look at how we're smack dab in the middle. We could go either direction. So let's not have too much of a bias. I would also probably recommend, let's be a little bit more patient tomorrow. Maybe let's wait 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Let's see some price action develop. If we have to let a trade go because we need more data, let's let the trade go. Let's see, what kind of sets up after the first hour. I think that's going to probably provide a little bit more of a better opportunity. Price action is going to slow down. Volume is going to dry up a little bit. It's not going to be so volatile. Those trades right off the bell tend to be big. They tend to be aggressive, and you can lose 20, 30, 40 points very quickly. And when you do go down in the whole 20, 30, 40 points, it tends to hurt a lot more. I'm going to start doing this more, but it's kind of just to keep my mental capital preserved. But I think the first trade that I start out with in the day, I'm going to go very small size, 1 contract, 2 contracts max. That way, if it does lose, right? Because again, we never know if our trade's going to win or lose. I don't want the damage to be so big to where I'm crawling out of a big hole. I will put more size on as I see more data and as I see more price, and can kind of get a better feel for the markets later on we go in the day. Versus trying to catch that first trade with 5 contracts and trying to be, one and done, and then it goes the other way and then I'm down 250, 300 right off the bat. I don't like that feeling. It's not to say that I can't get out of that hole, but I just don't like that feeling in the day. I'd rather take a loss at 50, 60, 70, $80. And then that way I know I can just come in a little bit later after I see some market structure be formed. And then I can put on a little bit more size later on a trade that I feel more confident on. Because truly, I don't feel super confident on futures trades like in the first 5 minutes or the first 10 minutes. I don't really like those trades that much. Doesn't mean I don't play them. It's just it's a different feeling inside when I do play them. So just want to kind of give you guys a heads up. That's where my head's at. That's what I'm thinking going into tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be the 15th. Hope this video helps you guys. I'm going to be on live tomorrow. I'm going to be on the voice call. To some of you newer traders who are joining the room, my biggest thing is ask questions, right? Don't be afraid. Ask questions in the gold members chat room, anywhere in the futures trading channel. Ask as many questions. We've got a great group of people in here that are willing to help, that will pass their knowledge along, pass their motivation along, pass their stories along, what works for them, what doesn't work for them. Use this platform as an opportunity to get better. Don't just sit in the backgrounds, silent, quiet, and going at this alone. You're here for a reason. Utilize the team, utilize the knowledge that we have, and let's all work together, right? If you notice or you hear or you read, there's another trader in a trade and you see something different, bring it to their attention, because maybe sometimes when we're trading, we don't see things clearly. It kind of helps sometimes. Hey, this trade doesn't look that good. It's stalling out. We just kind of lost this support system. Hey, just a heads up, we're breaking through this level, whatever it may be, right? Because the more we know, the better off we're going to be. And it definitely helps. I'll see all of you guys on the trading floor tomorrow.